being with us today.
Thank you for having us here.
All right. So you
Thank
guys,
you, Jason.
yeah, you guys provide a very, very important service in the community. Tell us about exactly what the Division of Environmental Health does and what your scope of responsibilities are.
Okay, with the Division of Environmental Health, we're pretty much responsible for regulating health-regulated establishments. We also have different programs such as the food safety aspect. We also have other programs such as the Bureau of Professional Services, Support Services, and the Bureau of Inspection and Enforcement. And with those, we also have our admin section. And we pretty much do also Bureau of Animal Vector Control. And we have a lot of other programs related to those three bureaus within the division.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them is food safety. And with food safety, this month, September is the month of the 7th annual Guam Food Safety Education Month.
And what are some of the activities that you guys will be doing to going out in the community? Because I know, based on the fact that we do stories, we collaborate with you guys on some of the activities that you do. You guys deal with the schools, and then you also deal with also with private businesses and like checking out restaurants, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
We, as far as schools, we do both the school building inspections, sanitation inspections, also the school cafeterias inspections. And we look at all the public and private schools. We do inspections, and also the health-regulated establishments. Health-regulated establishments are establishments with a valid sanitary permit. And we're mandated to conduct quarterly inspections. There's over 3,400 establishments at this time.
All right, excellent. Okay, Francis, what are some of the activities you guys have signed up for the month to try and get out into the community and tell people, like educate people about food safety?
Oh yes, actually we had, before the start of the week, before the month of September, we had a proclamation sign that happened with the governor's office, and then it followed up. Then we have a radio quiz shows. We have our different radios who provide quizzes, and at the same time prizes are provided to them who will be able to answer questions, correct answers to the questions that's being asked from them. And then the most important part is that we conduct a theme and poster making contest, which has been for the past 7 years, and this has been in the involvement of school children from elementary, both public and private schools. Mm-hmm. Yes, and those are the educational activities we do, other than the fair that will be coming soon.
Now, of course, because when you're dealing with people at a young level, especially with kids, you want to tell them about food safety. If something smells bad or it's discolored and everything, you probably don't want to eat it like that. When you get to the adult level, in terms of food preparation and food storage, what do you guys typically tell people?
Well, we also, not only with the students at elementary and elementary level, we also go to the public, and also we provide information such as good personal hygiene. Make sure you wash your hands properly with soap and water when handling raw meat or poultry or touching animals. We also look at cleaning and sanitizing of food surfaces such as your cutting boards, your countertops, not to prevent, or just to prevent any cross-contamination. Mm-hmm. Also proper cooking and storage temperatures of food, such as cooking steaks and fish at 145 degrees Fahrenheit, ground beef or hamburgers at 155 degrees Fahrenheit, poultry at 165 degrees Fahrenheit. And also the last thing is what to examine at a food facility, such as looking at their ratings. Normally, the establishment will have a rating on the A or A to C rating, and there's also an inspection report that goes with that, and it allows the individual or the consumer to look and see what violations they had.
Now, there's an interesting thing, because myself, like so many people out there, everybody always sees, so-and-so restaurant has an A, or your favorite place to go grab a bite to eat, maybe they've got like a B, or, heaven forbid, a C. Exactly how are those ratings determined? And if my favorite place to dine has a certain grade and everything, what does that tell me about how they've been inspected?
Okay, a lot of the establishments have not been inspected as frequent as the mandate, which allows us, we're supposed to be inspecting these establishments once every quarter. But as far as the ratings, 0 to 10 demerit points is an A, 11 to 20 is a B, and 21 to 40 is a C. 41 is anything over 41 is a closure.
And what typically earns you a demerit?
There's sections in the inspection report that has demerit points such as approved source, personal hygiene, good manufacturing practices or retail practices, such as your plumbing, your ventilation, your lighting, things like that. But we also focus on potentially hazardous food, the handling of food, the storing of food, also equipment. We look at equipment, and those are broken down to points. Something as bad as potentially hazardous food, such as improper towing of meat, or having meat left on the counter, sandwiches, for example, in a retail store, that's a 6-point demerit, which is potentially hazardous, and that has to be corrected within 10 working days.
Oh, okay. So Francis, real quick before we go to break, where can people call if they happen to go out somewhere and they see that they think that food might be improperly stored or improperly prepared? Where can they call?
Okay, they could call the Division of Environmental Health at 735-7221.
7221. All right, gentlemen, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, and stay tuned because our show will be back right after this.